we'll get to Parks. I was just saying about Ish, right? Mm-hmm. I like Ish. I like the fact that him and Joe Budden, that's one of Joe Budden. As a fly nigga myself, it sounds like Ish was one of the niggas when Joe Budden was outside. Ish got the phone call like, we outside tonight. Mm-hmm. And Ish came through and dropped buckets multiple nights.
On that light-skinned emotional shit.
With the colorful eyes, we have in common. You know, I can see, listen, Joe Budden and Ish have pulled plays. I know me and a few of my niggas have pulled in spaces. So I appreciate him to be there. When we go about Ish, not Ish, we talk about Ice, right? Ice, I followed him on Twitter for years. Ice is literally a legend on Twitter. He's just one of the best. Twitter wouldn't be Twitter without Ice. Mm-hmm. Especially if you've been following him since like 2010, right? Mm-hmm. Bro, that's universal. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Thank you. I wasn't trying to say down south. I wasn't like, that wasn't a shot to North people or West Coast people. I was just saying that's turned down here. And I needed people from other regions to verify that yellow was a term that we use in the black community. So salute to Made Premium Denim. That's all I needed to know. Brow, like you said, is yellow, red, brown, black, and blue black. Cool. We're on the same page. So when it comes to Ice, as much as he's a legend on Twitter, I definitely like some of the old episodes where Ice comes on the Joe Budden Podcast and talks. Ice, I feel like, doesn't want to be a podcaster. And I also feel like Ice doesn't put forth enough effort to be an effective podcaster and help carry the platform the way Joe needs to carry it. I feel like Ice sometimes tries to be like how Maul was. And one of our issues with Maul as a Joe Budden listener was the fact that Maul was always too cool for school and wouldn't reveal enough stuff to humanize him with the audience. And the difference between Maul and Ice is this. Maul, you can tell, like, Maul wouldn't reveal things, and it was like, do we know if you were even outside or not, or are you just being too cool for school? But either way, the audience wants more information and transparency out of Maul. Now, when Ice does it, it's like, bro, Ice prides himself on not being outside, being in the house, being on the game, being on the controller. So from that perspective, being a kind of like a self-proclaimed, like glorified, like 40-year-old nerd, right? Why would I really want to hear what you have to say? You love tech, you play PlayStation, you're a gamer, you're cool. Ice would probably be somebody I would fuck with, what I'm saying, like real life too. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with it, but like Ice, I feel like sometimes he could be a better podcaster. But what do you say? Maul was stealing laundry detergent.
Man, right. Come on, man.
When Joe said that, bro, I was dying laughing, and I was like, yo, that was some real deal.
But
like,
I know niggas like that. You got some niggas like that. You like some niggas like, yo, I'm not going to keep buying laundry detergent for a nigga.
Nah, I'm going to keep it buck. You know why Joe had to say that? Because Joe, like, you really trying.
He was trying to paint a picture.
Type shit, like,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, we all know that type of nigga.
This nigga kept taking the last of the laundry detergent, and now he trying to argue with me about choosing him to be on my show. Mm. I would snuff this nigga if I see him again. So I understand. I'm not saying I would, but I understand why he said that. Mm-hmm. But Parks is cool. Parks, to me, when he was an original, he used to add like funny one-liners. Mm-hmm. But now I feel like, I'm used to Parks. But if Parks never said another word on the JBP, I wouldn't really miss that element. I wouldn't really be like, damn, Parks wasn't there today. Parks didn't say nothing. Fuck. Mm-hmm. What does Parks think about this shit? You know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes Parks provides the white liberal analysis that and the white guilt that sometimes the show needs to be palatable to the other audience. Sometimes just like white people need token black people, sometimes black people need token white people. I'm not saying Parks is that, but I feel like Parks never challenges Joe or challenges the narrative that the show is painting at a certain time. He either is going to agree with it or he's not going to comment. And sometimes I wish Parks would be more, he would give more pushback, because I feel like if Parks gave more pushback, it would probably shake the show up, but maybe because they know each other, I feel like if Parks gave the pushback, because sometimes the show can get into a racial element.
Mm-hmm.
Parks may know that he can be painted as a villain if he gives some certain pushback on certain things that can be painted as like, oh, the white man with his racist rhetoric, when he's really just might be disagreeing with the principle of a point.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that was just how I feel about them. So
QueensFlip coming to the show. Is it a good look or not a good look? I heard QueensFlip, he dropped the video. Oh, you know what? Chink Smooth dropped the video today.
Smooth.
Do you want to watch Chink Smooth video on
Salute the Chick Smooth. Listen, Chick Smooth. Listen, and I'm always gonna shout you out. And this is why I do content, Chick Smooth, because listen, you're like RTMZ, you're like RCNN. So anytime something breaks, it's like, no, Chick Smooth broke it. So we're gonna listen. So before we even get into it, I want everybody. Do we have a Chick Smooth? Can we drop his at in the chat? If we can't, it's cool. Listen,
but we're gonna have the video up. He was talking about Mandy B.
We're gonna have the video up. He was talking about Mandy B. I actually watched this earlier today. Salute Chick Smooth. If you follow him on Instagram, follow Chick at Chick Smooth on Instagram. Follow at Chick Smooth on YouTube. We're gonna go ahead and watch some of this video. Please, Chick Smooth, don't hit with a copyright strike. We're just going ahead and yeah, that's my guy. Look, me and Chick Smooth talking back. But listen, I'm just saying, I just want to go ahead and promote Chick Smooth's platform before we play it. Salute to Chick Smooth. We're gonna go ahead and play this video. I'm gonna drop his I'm gonna drop his profile in the show link, so you can go ahead and add him and follow Chick Smooth for all your latest news and content. Like I said, Chick Smooth, go ahead and play the video and watch it.
And this video is about Mandy saying that
Mandy B. And who is Mandy B? Mandy B was on a podcast with who is the other Bridget Kelly
and the dark skinned chick that Joe was groping on allegedly.
Listen,
I mean, not at all.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. But they had the thing is podcast, which I think it was good. I liked it. I don't know what happened with it, but I definitely did enjoy that podcast. I was actually listening for a few episodes, and but we're gonna go ahead and listen to what Mandy B said about having the 6 people on the microphone. Salute Chick Smooth. He's on everything. I'm telling you, if somebody fucking slips on a banana peel and doesn't have their shoe tied, Chick Smooth has a video for it. I don't even know how. Chick Smooth got to have like 40 motherfuckers in the sweatshop sending him shit, because there's no way this nigga be on top of shit. Like he be I don't even get it. It's academics. It's even sometimes fashion academics, bro. Like, cause salute to Chick Smooth. Let's go ahead and play the video. Salute to Chick Smooth. Please follow Chick Smooth if you want to record this.
Yeah. No Chick Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
Chick gonna have everything up there.
Whatever you say, Chick's gonna be on YouTube with it, man. I like you.
Come on.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Chick Smooth. All right, so here we go, guys. It's time we finally address the elephant in the room. Now, most of you guys that watch the Joe Budden podcast, you guys have noticed a significant difference and an increase in the cast. You guys all know that Joe Budden has brought on Flip, QueenzFlip, and Melyssa Ford. Looks like they're both going to be new additions to the podcast, or maybe later on to the network. A lot of the fans feel different ways. I've seen fans like this move by Joe. Some fans are happy to have Flip on as an addition, but then others are like, nah, we don't like Flip. He's too loud. A lot of people seem to like Melyssa, though. I don't see complaints regarding Melyssa Ford, but some people feel like 6 voices on one podcast, that might be too much. And the first person to actually voice this is Mandy. You guys all know Mandy. She used to have a podcast under Joe's network called See the Thin Is. Mandy and her co-host Bridget Kelly ended up leaving the Joe Budden network for different reasons, but she let out a tweet yesterday saying 6 voices on a podcast, my ears hurt. Now, a lot of people are looking at this as an obvious shot to Joe Budden's podcast, or some might look at it as constructive criticism. Now, people have tried to guess or assume the different reasons why Joe is.
We're listening. Because one thing we're not gonna do is play. Hey, you want to watch the full video? Go subscribe to Chick Smooth to watch the whole video. That's the only part we want to play. Chick, listen, you my guy. We ain't gonna play the whole video because we want niggas. What part?
So Ford left her Pilates class. Before we get started, I feel like QueensFlip, you know, you've done a phenomenal job after that first appearance that was really bad.
Facts.
You've been doing really good. I'm proud of you. We've been at the steak restaurant, chopping and building, right? You've been ordering French fries, making me look stupid.
At the steak restaurant?
Making me look stupid.
Steak fries at least?
He'll get there.
No.
He'll get there. Of course, get to it.
Shoestrings, the steak restaurant?
But
That's sick.
Flip, one of the values that you bring is you have been a nonstop promoter and marketer of this broadcast. No matter what these people out there say about you, you have been a polarizing force, just a triple shot of rum. And I appreciate you for that. And I was ready to come in here and award you as the best promoter that this pod has probably ever seen.
Until.
Then what happened?
Until Melyssa Ford left her Pilates class.